How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Ancestor League. We are currently level 90. Character hasn't changed all that much since we last played it. I'm really just farming for stuff at this point in time. There's a lot of basic things that my character still needs that I just don't have yet. For one thing, I don't have... Well, let's start by actually blessing orbing this, like this amulet, so we can actually hit max stats. Just like extra stats would help with our character. Like a little bit of extra rarity would help too. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. And then resistance wise, it's only okay if we use our bismuth flask. Our character's a little janky, I'll be honest. It's a little janky. I don't have an anoint on my amulet. Like, I should at least get that. Like, let's just get something for strength, right? Like strength might, for example, or beef. What's beef? Beef is clear sepia. Like, let's just get that. A little bit of strength, clear sepia. So one of these, two of these. So we'll go to Cassia. Little bit of strength. It actually will help a lot because our character is just so low in strength. I think 160 is a good amount to have. A little bit over 150, because most gems, I feel like when they hit level 20, like they maxed out at like see how like Ice Nova 155 int at level 20. So I would like to get, somewhere around 150 strength so that I can level up all of my red gems to level 20. That would be pretty nice too. Character wise, not too much happening right now. I'm just trying to build up currency. Currently I'm sitting at 159 chaos. Like, it's not much, and I'm actually really curious about how much currency I'm actually making at this point in time. Let's turn off affinities for now, and then let's just make a tab here, over here maybe, and call it like, what's today? Today's Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Let's just see how much we make today. And let's just start running maps. Our character, it's going okay, I guess. I don't really have too much to complain about. I can scour this and recraft it. Let's put 20% on it. Alkit to 75. Let's go for... It's fine, that's fine. We're just trying to get more map bonuses at this point in time. We're still playing around with domination, so I spend actually like 3 chaos every map just for the map device. And then I could do Eater of Worlds, that's fine. I'll run it with Nico just to have a little bit more movement speed and damage. And yeah, so the character... The only thing I will have to say about this guy... Oh, damage over time is not good, obviously. Only thing I have to say about this character so far is that it really doesn't play well on Steam Deck. On controller, it doesn't play well. And I would like to attribute that to the reason. It's a bit of like a cop-out to the reason why I haven't done as well as I have, or we haven't progressed as much. Because I get most of my gaming done these days... Skills fire another greater Icar sounds good. I get most of my gaming done these days on the Steam Deck, typically on the go somewhere. And this league is just, I've been dying non-stop on the Steam Deck. There's just too many keys to press. The build's like not as tanky as prior builds I've played. So I'm just in this like weird position where damage is great, but if I get hit a lot and I'm not paying attention, positioning is important, and I just don't get that on the controller. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to progress as much as I would like. I mean, that's only like half, I'm making excuses at this point almost, but it's the reality. It's just I haven't played as much. And when I do play, I play either tired, where like I'm like just dying to random nonsense, or I'm playing on my Steam Deck where I'm just not properly positioned, and it ends up getting me killed a lot, actually. So Is that the main reason? No, I think, well, part of it, right? Like, you know, like if we're being quite honest, the real reason is I just don't play efficiently. While everyone else is trying to push to red maps, I'm just like, ooh, let's do some heists, let's do some delves, let's do, you know, just all kinds of stuff that doesn't actually make you money, right? And even if you're playing, like, the reality is, even if you're playing an off meta build, and I don't think our build is that bad. Damage is good, survivability isn't great, right? But damage is good, and so much that you shouldn't have trouble making currency. I feel like what's happening is I'm just not focusing on the stuff that actually makes currency. I'm just working on stuff that seems kind of fun, and like, you know, you end up like I'm having a good time, but it's like there's no, at the end there's like hardly any reward to speak of, right? So I'm kind of curious like how much money we're actually making by doing what we're doing right now. My Atlas tree isn't really like reward pilled, it's more like help me get through this map pilled, right? Like there's domination and there's legion's fine, but again it doesn't give as much as it should. And what else is like domination, legion, that's it. That's like everything this thing has. There's like a little bit of expedition, but I don't think I've ever seen any expedition so far. I only seen like a few. Mostly I see just a lot of legions. I don't think I put enough points where I'm seeing these these expeditions often enough, and that doesn't really help it either. So, but legion wise, we actually cleared really quickly just because of Vol Ice Nova. It's really good at doing this kind of content. You can kind of tell everything's kind of, we've popped it all. Maybe on this side there's a general. Okay, there we go. So this seems like it gives a lot of currency, but if you look at what it's actually dropping, it's like not much of anything. But it's really fun, so I don't mind doing it. I think I really like it when like these legions just instantly pop to Vol Ice Nova, and so even if it doesn't make as much, I don't actually mind it too much. The real question is how much we're actually getting at the end of the day. That's an interesting one. 30% fire damage. Like, is it worth, you know, picking up all this stuff even? And maybe one thing I need to do is, maybe it's time to move the strictness of my filter. You know, we were on strict for a while. Time to move it to very strict. And now nothing shows. Nothing shows on my filter anymore. Ooh, okay. And, you know, I feel like every now and then when you're noticing that you just take too long on a map, and like at the end of the day you come out of the map with what I don't want to say nothing to show for it. You get a lot of bubblegum currency here and there, but like with hardly anything to show for it. It's like, did I actually make back the money I invested into the map? That's when you probably either need to change how you're farming or update your loot filter. Like maybe you're just picking up too much garbage. Right, we're picking up all kinds of rares. At this point in the game, I'm gonna have a hard time finding rares. Well, maybe not. But for the most part, I'm gonna have a hard time finding upgrades for my character. A lot of it is already set in stone because they're unique items. And a lot of them are like low base types. So if you don't update your, you know, your loot filter, you might be picking up low bases as well. So even if you do find an item with good stats, the base values are just going to be too low. Like my gloves, for example, it's kind of meh, right? It's life, evasion, or sorry, life, resistance, and dexterity. Just a whole bunch of stats. And then, you know, boots are set in stone, shield set in stone, helmet set in stone. I could upgrade, or I should upgrade my chest, but it's hard to upgrade. It's hard to find an upgrade for the chest because it needs to be 6-link. So you're better off buying that as well, or crafting it yourself. Rings are actually pretty decent. Life and a lot of resistance. Same here, we have a little bit of life and a lot of resistance. And amulet and ring is set in stone. A lot of the power I'm starting to realize of this character is probably going to come from jewels. And they're like boss level jewels like Watcher's Eyes and Forbidden Flame and stuff like that. Cluster jewels. That's not boss level, that's Delirium. So really at this point we're farming for currency, and maybe that's the one thing that I had that hasn't really clicked for me. Like I'm going into strong boxes now, just I don't know, I'm hoping we can get some other stuff there, but really I should be focusing on things that give us more chances of currency. So I'm thinking like expedition chance would even be good, or if possible I can get that on my map device. Like yeah, maybe we just put more into expedition. We could also put more into I can take the gate and I can do Searing Exarch altars, but I'm not exactly I should start going to that as well actually. Yeah, let's start going for that. And then altars would be another good way to make currency, I think. Okay, so let's take a look here. And like all of this is assuming that I'm not interacting with the market, and the reality is I don't think I've sold anything in like a while. I just don't really stay online long enough, and I don't find enough good items to actually be interacting with the market. So I don't sell much. So I've gotten too used to depositing everything here. So we'll just put everything in here and see at the end of the day, like how much are we getting from these maps, right? Yeah, these rares we can put in a dump tab. Obviously we don't need them. These I won't keep around. And then these are just incubators. All right, let's move on to the next map. I think I have some unique maps too, right? Yeah, like this. Just to get some more bonuses, that'll help as well. So yeah, what's new these days? My daughter is currently in daycare. It's currently the middle of the day. I actually have the day off. It's her second day in the daycare. And I'm freaking out. They were like, she's gonna be fine, don't worry, but I'm over here worrying my ass off. Apparently she's been good, but you know, there's always the chance that she's not good. So I'm waiting for the daycare to call me. I have the phone like right in front of me, the ring volume set at maximum, just in case they're like, your daughter is freaking out, come pick her up right now. So far they haven't called me yet, thank God. But the first day, apparently she was good. She didn't cry at all, which is apparently not the usual happenstance. But yeah, she didn't cry. And now it's her second day in daycare, and she cried a little bit when I dropped her off. And I'm the official drop-off person, so I suspect, do they cry more when they get picked up or when they get dropped off? Maybe when they get picked up. But last time she didn't cry when she got picked up, nor did she cry when she got dropped off the first day. And I'm just gonna have to, oh, screw that map. I'm just gonna have to see how she performs or how she reacts when I pick her up later. So today we're going through the trial period, which is why I'm taking a few days off of work. We're doing a trial period where like you send her to daycare for like a couple hours the first day. And then today she's staying even longer, and she's gonna try and nap there. And then after that, she's gonna stay the full day, hopefully. So, depending on whether she does a good job or not, if she can handle being there for a long time, then tomorrow is probably the last full day. I have tomorrow off as well. And then, ooh, I don't know. I'm nervous. Hopefully she takes it well. I know all kids end up, it's like the parent thing, right? You just can't help but worry. But I know all kids typically don't like being separated from their parents. I feel like my wife is taking it the toughest. To me, I'm just worried she's not gonna get well adjusted to it. You know, but for the most part, I think going to daycare is good for her because it helps her, you know, get adjusted socially, and it's better for us as well because it's just so tiring taking care of her. My wife is like, it's different, right? She spends like 24/7 with my daughter, and it's just like, you know, it's tearing her up. Oh, I accidentally logged off. And you know, she was so sad when she went to daycare, but I ended up being like that weirdo dad. Looked like a creepy guy, you know. I stood outside the window of the daycare, just like peeking in and seeing what's happening. Stood there for a little bit, and after a while, you know, I'm like, you know what, this is getting a little bit too creepy. Let me just step away and and leave her be. The March of the Legion, are these still worth anything? Before, these things used to be so good because you could have multiple divine blessings, but now you can only have one. So it's just like, it's not as good anymore. Okay, I was going towards, yeah, I was going towards Exarch. So I'll pick up, you know, all the Exarch nodes, basically this cluster over here. Wrath of the Cosmos, Words of the Exarch. And that should, in theory, make us a good amount of currency. You know, they do say that altars and expedition, those are the currency printers. So I'm gonna trust the community's advice and see whether we can make some currency right now, because I have one divine, I have a little bit, and I have 150 chaos, but like that's about it, you know. Okay, bonus wise, we have 79 out of 115, so we're getting there. Domination, we'll do Exarch, Nico, and we're slowly, you know, progressing on our quest line as well. We're currently, what is it, on T13s for Exarch, T14s on Eater of Worlds, so it's getting there. And like clear wise, we're still doing really good, which is like part of the reason why I'm like, there should be no reason why we can't make some currency. A lot of what determines whether how fast you make money is how fast you clear. You know, most of the stuff that you fight, they're like rare mobs, blue packs, you know, trash mobs. A lot of it just depends on how fast you can clear the map itself. Obviously, you know, there's the bossing aspect, how much single target you have, but I don't think it's as important as the clear speed really in this game, which is why I'm like, our clear is pretty decent. You know, it could be better, it's not meta, but it's good. And at this point it's very much of like just start blasting, you know, start running forward, you cast your frostbolt, just spam ice nova, you can hardly see what's going on almost, and it's like and you just wait for like the loot filter to go bing bing and give you the loot, and you know, the dopamine starts pumping in, the serotonin goes woo, 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 and you like, you know, you take another spin at the slot machine and you go, okay, that was fun, that hit the spot, let's do it again. But I'm a little lost, what the heck. Okay, do I go into this corrupted area? No reflect? Okay, if there's no reflect, I'll go in. Corrupted areas feel kind of bad to go into, for my build especially, just because we've taken so many nodes on the Atlas tree for domination. And once we enter... Oh! Not enough damage there. You might think, hey, that was a case of not having enough defenses. No, man. That was a case of not having enough damage. Because if we had enough damage, he would have died before he managed to get his hit off. My mentality has changed definitely by a lot. Since, you know, the beginning of PoE, I would say. Like when I first started playing. Before it's like, oh wow, why did I die? Oh my god. Why did I die? It's because I didn't have enough defenses. Now it's like, no, it's like bad positioning and not enough damage. I don't know. Is this the right mentality to have in PoE 1? Probably yes, if you actually want to do well. Is it fun? If you enjoy going fast like this, it's pretty good. But if you're somebody who like I don't know. Like D4, I feel like is a slower game, or a lot of other RPGs actually. If you take any RPG, and they probably go a little slower than Path of Exile. And if you enjoy that kind of playstyle, I'm hoping, and it kind of looks like it, I'm hoping that PoE 2 would slow it down a little bit. Because I don't know what's happening on the screen. Like at this point of the game, you just really don't know. You know, there's something to be said about going fast, but fast as in like your character hits fast and it does a lot of damage, sure. Like, oh my god, that's the point of playing this kind of game where you're min-maxing to try and clear as fast as you can. You know, you're optimizing rewards per hour. All ARPGs, you're striving to go as fast as you can. But I think there's an issue in this game where it's like they never really considered what too fast is, and I think right now, certain builds, or like if you at a certain level, you just kind of go too fast. Like I'm having fun, don't get me wrong, but also it feels like I'm doing this out of necessity. Like, look at this, we have an acceleration shrine, and it's just like I don't know what's happening on the screen. Isn't this too fast? This is too fast. I don't know what's going on. I'm just waiting for the loot filter to go ping.
I need more mana.
Oh, I'm out of mana though. How am I so low on mana? My energy shield is so low, I don't understand. Okay. I think it's because of the acceleration shrine. I'm casting things too fast. And there must be like half regen or something on this map. Like the energy shield isn't coming back. Okay. All right. Man, this map, oh, acceleration shrine again. I'm like seeing a lot more of the screen now that I updated my loot filter. Before there was just too much on the ground, I think. What the heck? My energy shield regen is so bad. Give me a regeneration shrine or something. That would help. Oh god. Here's another acceleration shrine. Wow, I normally don't get this many. Okay. Got a lot of maps too. That's kind of nice. What's the boss? The spider? Yeah. Damage is good though. Damage is good. But yeah, like here I am complaining. I'm like part of the problem, right? I'm like complaining like it's too fast. But like I'm not gonna purposely gimp myself when I guess this is the optimal way to play. Like I'm trying to. Oh, I died again though. That's this character's squishy. Positioning is too important for this character, and if you don't have it, it's like you find yourself in a bad spot just once and you die. That's the one thing that's like kind of iffy about this character. But at least we're not living in that 0 DPS world that 0 HP, 0 DPS. That used to be like my signature builds almost, you know? Where we just had no DPS, no HP. Everything was just going wrong for us. And it might still be the case once we get to the bosses. Like my single target is questionable because I get one-shotted, right? Especially by damage over time. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of trouble with things like Byron, Veritania, you know, the ones that just they hit really hard. They have a lot of damage over time. They have a lot of immunity phases. If I cannot pop them and I don't have enough damage for it, I'm gonna have a pretty bad time, I think. So we're gonna have to see. Okay, there we go. Got the boss. But right now the damage looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Okay, we're gonna get the gate, and then 1, 2, 3. Actually, we need this stuff too. Light of Dawn. Alright, so how does our stash tab look so far? It's like almost full of stuff. Is it good stuff? I don't know. Kind of hard to tell, isn't it? There's a bunch of currencies. Here's a couple cards. Not very good cards, mind you. So you get all kinds of bubblegum currency just from running a couple maps here and there. And it's stuff that you don't really notice. Chisels, alks. Okay. Jeweler orbs. Couple scarabs, more cards, contracts, maps. A lot of maps, actually. I didn't notice, but this is a lot of maps. Okay, this unique item is whatever, so. Okay, more cards. Vault Temple, Tabula Rasa, alright. Are there any maps that over here that I haven't completed yet? No. Okay, any here? I just saw one. Fungal Hollow. Okay. So now we're at T14. So things are getting harder and harder, and I'm just questioning whether I'm scaling fast enough. Spider Forest, incomplete. Okay, this is fine. Dominations, Hearing Exarch. We'll Taxic Sulfite, we'll run Nico again for damage. And we're still on the hunt for a set of Frostbite on hit rings. Again, I could be buying it, but I feel like it's one of those things that I could actually farm. And this is another thing, it's like I'm playing almost solo self-found, right? Like I don't want to deprive of myself of an opportunity to actually find an item. When at this point, you finding yourself an upgrade is gonna be, you know, you're not gonna find too many chances, especially if you actively engage in trade. And in my case, I actively engaged in trade in order to get a lot of unique items that, you know, obviously I would have a hard time finding. But with something like a frost hit on hit ring, or frostbite on hit, you can sort of get it. You can target farm it almost. You know, by running delves, running Veritania, like Redeemer, finding Redeemer rings and crafting on it. So I don't really want to deprive myself of that opportunity, but at the same time, we're a little gimpy right now as a result because I don't have a curse on hit ring just yet. So a bit of a double-edged sword there. You know, we are like almost gimping ourselves because I could be buying a Frostbite on hit ring. And it probably isn't that expensive. I haven't checked the prices. I actually don't know what it would be, but I'm just praying that if I find it in the delves, it won't cost, or it won't be like a terrible, terrible roll. I just need a decent roll. Yeah, that's pretty good. 2.4% chance to drop Chaos Orbs. Assuming we get more altars. Okay. So I did get another power charge onto my build. So now we are sitting at 10 power charges. Quite a lot. It's quite a lot. 10 power charges is basically 300% increased critical strike chance. We also have 10 frenzy charges as a result, which is what, like 40% more damage? How much is frenzy charge? 3% or 4% more damage? Frenzy is 4% attack speed. Damage modifier per frenzy charge. Yeah, 4% more. That's a lot, man. So just standing still, we have 40% more damage. No wonder damage looks good, you know? Oh god. Damage over time though. Not fun. Not fun. Oh. Okay, sit back and let the poison dissipate. Dude, nothing dropped from these bosses. Okay, whatever. Completed more bonuses. That's still good. We're making our way towards the Exarch stuff. And yeah, like I'm looking at our build so far, and maybe we can do this at some point in time, but like this build isn't, it doesn't feel like a bosser. I don't know, it does best against stuff that sits still, and that's typically bosses, but at the same time, bosses typically hit really hard and they don't get one shot. So if I can't one shot them, it's like the bosses are gonna get really hard then. Whereas against these packs, I kind of just one-shot everything, right? And the clear is actually quite insane, especially if you cast Ice Nova. Or Vol Ice Nova, I mean. Okay, they can do more damage, that's fine. More quantity, more rarity, let's take that. Oh, 0 monsters remain. There we go. So that's the map. We got 3 Chaos Orbs. That almost translates to like, well, that gives us back the amount that we spent in the first place on this map. Everything else is bonus, I guess. And then we got more maps. Got this. Got this. Okay, so we're getting quite a few red maps here. We got a bunch of pretty random orange or yellow and white maps as well. Those are not as important. I feel like I should have done all of these. Yeah. Temple, never done. Chisel. Alk. Reflect Elemental. I don't think I can do Reflect Elemental, so let's roll over that. Even though we should be pretty decent against it, because I have 50% reduced elemental damage taken, or Reflect Elemental, and then on my chest I have another 45% reduced Reflect, so I only take 5% Reflect. 5% of 18%, which is like 0.9%, but I don't know. That might still kill me, so I don't want to risk it. Okay, I don't have any more Nico missions, so let's just run them naked. Okay. Oh, I'm getting stunned. The blood notch can still do a number on me if I'm getting stunned all the time. For the most part, I don't notice it, but sometimes, if I'm trying to cast Vol Ice Nova, I notice it. Because it like I'm like mid cast on Vol Ice Nova and it cancels it. Otherwise, I don't. Ice Nova, like, it casts so fast anyways that they rarely interrupt my cast, the regular Ice Nova. Same with Frostbolt, I think. But when I cast Vol Ice Nova, there's like a bit of a cast time, I think. And then when they stun me, I get like all confused because I'm thinking I'm still in the middle of a Vol Ice Nova cast. So lesson here is you cannot cast Vol Ice Nova while you're in the middle of a pack if you have Blood Notch. I mean, that's a reality, right? Just cannot be done. Or it can, but it could potentially lead to a lot of confusion. See that? I just cast the Vol Ice Nova and it just got instantly cancelled. Okay. Random contract. Am I going backwards? Actually, no, it's fine. And I think I have a little bit of recover life on kill. Or some kind of leech, something. And basically it makes it so that, you know, if I am able to clear the pack, or clear the pack, my HP kind of goes back. Doesn't go back to full. Ooh, it's a quantity shrine, right? Increased item quantity and rarity. Nice. How much do I get? 118 rarity, 26 quantity. Wow, that's really good. That's really good. I mean, my ring only has like 4% quantity. So the shrine's giving me like 20 something, 22. Okay. right. Another map cleared. All right, so we are 40 minutes in. We got more maps. Some yellow maps. More reds. Actually, I never noticed just how many red maps we're getting. Okay. Is this worth anything? Life and spell damage? Might be worth something. Can try selling it. Okay, so we got... out of all this, I got 1 chaos. Because I'm spending chaos doing domination. Like, I'm getting all this other bubblegum currency, but no chaos, right? It's kind of interesting to see. Maybe that's why I don't see the money. It's all coming in like other forms. Okay, here's another red map. These are all completed. All right. Okay, so I'm working towards... working towards here. Light of Dawn, I think. %50 chance to spawn a Searing Exarch altar when the influence of the Searing Exarch first appears. Yeah, so we're working on altars right now. Chisel, Alk, Reflect Physical is fine. I don't like the regen stuff. This is fine. Vol. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so Exarch is not interested, so I'm just gonna have to run this Maven. Domination again. And now I'm like drawing out of my pool in my currency tab to use my chaos. So I can't sustain the chaos orbs themselves. I don't get enough raw chaos orb drops to sustain domination every map. So I'm like, not to say I'm not making 3 chaos a map. You can see how much other bubblegum currency there is. But raw chaos just isn't there. So I'll either need to sell things to convert to raw chaos, or just get... Well, I feel like once we get to altars, maybe we'll be able to make a lot more chaos. We'll have to see. Okay, okay, there's some expedition here. This could be good. There's pack size, extra stack deck. This is a bad place for expeditions, unfortunately.
Our past partnership was a debacle. I dare not hurt. You put too much...
Leave the mask on. I don't care. Stay down, Haku.
Okay. I just wanted to grab a couple shrines before actually starting this thing. Can I just drop in the middle? I don't know how much I hit, but whatever. Let's just run it. And then I'm gonna try and pop Vault and Ice Nova against them. And hope I don't get stunned. I got stunned once. I think I lost 1 cast. Okay, that was a good pop. Didn't get any of the things here, eh? Okay, it is what it is. Look at all the chests in the center. That's crazy, man. Haku is here.
I'm afraid.
I don't want Haku. This guy's so useless. Alright, I'm gonna execute Haku just so that I could interrogate him afterwards. I mean, I guess he will be my my interrogation fodder. He's gonna hit level 3 and then get interrogated over and over. I suppose that's gonna be the plan. Sometimes I question whether I even need to cast Frostbolt. Like, why can't I just run up and cast Ice Nova? It does enough damage. Maybe not. I need to cast it a few times to kill things.
Gave this, it got that, it gets
Oh!
bones will make crisp.
I think that fled got me there. Okay, fair enough.
Thanks. Exile?
Okay.
Exile?
Still, we're getting through the map bonuses pretty quick. I joined a friend's map the other day, and he said he was clearing maps in 3 minutes. And obviously he's making a lot of currency. And I was like, should I try for that? Oh my god, that fled is insane. I can't. He hits so hard. Okay, I can do this, but I lost a lot of EXP doing it. I'm pretty sure all his friends ran away too, so it's only him left, huh?
We have come
Okay, that's
to
fine, whatever. Oh, the Strongbox cast the Ice Nova. I saw it and I couldn't get out of it. Oh, I keep dying, man. No HP. So there's two things that really get this character, right? Because of the way Petrified Blood works. One shots gets me because I basically only have 2,000 life. If I get hit for more than 2,000, I'm done for. And then damage over time gets me. Actually, it's not 2,000 because I negate, what, like 40% of the damage? So if 60% of the hit one-shots me, then I'm like instantly dead. Okay. Oh, I don't like this map. I just realized what map this is. I don't like it. It's like you run through a maze and then you get to this area and there's too much verticality here. So you have to go around the top and then you have to clear the bottom or like the pit as well. It's just so annoying to clear. Anyways, I was looking at my friend. He was doing maps like every 3 minutes. And I'm like, how do I do that? You know, I'm like, is that what I have to do in order to make currency? And I think the conclusion I reached was like, even if that's what I have to do, I ain't doing it. Okay, I have my limits too. I literally went mapping with him and I thought I didn't know what was happening in my maps. I did not know what was happening in his maps. He went so fast he never even picked up the loot. He's like, I have to come back and pick up the loot later. Like, no thank you, dude. I can't play like that. But I've definitely adopted more of, you know, clear speed meta to my game. Ow. Oh, there's a divine shrine. Man! I'm gonna lose all my portals, dude. Okay, we're gonna avoid that divine shrine. We can't kill it anyways. I lost so much EXP. I'm pretty sure I had a lot of EXP on my bar earlier. I don't know how much I had in the start of the day, because we only did like 3 or 4 maps today, right? But I feel like I had a lot. But I also lost like 5 portals just in this map. Ow, just one wolf hits me for like quite a bit. Oh yeah, I don't even have 2000 HP. I have 1800 after the low life stuff. Breach? It's okay. I'm not gonna touch it. Breach used to be really fun. I feel like they like nerfed the density too much these days, and it's not very fun to do. It's a lot of just like sitting, waiting for things to show up. And then even when they show up, not only do they drop nothing, like the density isn't even there for you to like get your flash charges back. I feel like they over nerfed Breach a little bit. And that used to be everybody's favorite league. Just because of how much pack density there was. Like, it's fun. If you were to boil down this game into like the basics, the very basics. Like when you say it's just like being able to kill lots of things at once, I'll run a Breach. You know what? Forget it. I'll run it. Just to prove a point. But it just feels like not enough stuff comes out of the Breach anymore. I don't know. Maybe more would come if you invest into it. And then you come out of this and it's like, what did I get? I got 2 splinters of ash. That don't seem worth it. I heard a ping on my phone and I thought that was the daycare. I hope my daughter actually was able to nap. Oh, let's grab this crafting recipe.
Not over yet.
Ow. Gotta make sure I don't get one-shotted.
Begin the quickening.
What? Oh, these swords, man. Oh no, I didn't leave a TP at the end. I gotta run all the way. And not only that, this guy's a bit of a pain. He does a lot of damage and I don't have... He has like multiple phases. He has swords that randomly show up on the map and just whack you, and I can't take those whacks. I can't be whacked, okay? Don't whack me. I don't think I can handle it. I got 1 portal left. I would prefer not to end this episode with me losing a map. That would kind of be like a big blow to my ego.
When I'm ready and not before.
But at the same time, I recognize like that's basically my character. Oh. Wrong way. I recognize my character is kind of just like built like that. Wait, am I going the right way or the wrong? I'm confused. I'm lost. I'm lost. This is like me in Europe trying to navigate all the big buildings and trying to get from point A to point B. I'm just trying to get to the Louvre.
Fight faster.
Oh, please die, please die, please die. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. We're going towards this. That's the end of the map. Somehow there's still more than 50 monsters remaining. I don't care. I'm out of here, man.
Thanks to your
And, well, before we end the episode, let's just do a quick safe house as well, because it looks like there's one available. We can get a couple more scarabs. Maybe we can sell those. Maybe that's how we make our money. I don't even know anymore, man. Are scarabs worth anything? Maybe winged ones are worth something. Maybe I need to farm winged scarabs. I keep getting stunned out of my Vol Ice Nova and it's driving me insane. Okay, a Chaos Orb. Oh, that was a sick Vol Ice Nova. Did you see that? That was juicy. Alright, you.
This is no Caldera home, but you can believe I'll Let's kill yourself. The flames, they don't burn you.
Okay, damage is pretty good. That was a level 80 zone, so that's saying something, I think. And we got a full house here, so there should be quite a few scarabs. Okay, Gilded Sulfite. How much is a Gilded Sulfite these days? 4 chaos! Okay, well, I'm gonna use that myself then. These scarabs are all useful for me, actually, now that I look at it. Ambush is useful. Sulfite is useful. Shaper's not so useful. Elder not so useful either. No, they're still good. They're all good. They add extra pack size. I'm actually happy to get these scarabs, and it beats having to buy them. Like it, rather than buy them, I just end up not using it. So okay, and let's unveil this item. Ooh, that's a cool ring. Let's give it lots of stats. That could be good. That could be good. Crit. A lot of stats. 16 to all resistances. We could try selling it for... How, the suffix is all full? What do you do if suffix is full? Can you get anything else here that's useful? Not for me. Oh, there's the mana one. Mana cost minus mana cost. I guess I don't have to craft yet. We could try selling this. Let me keep it around. And if I can craft minus mana cost onto this, this could be decent. It has a lot of stats. Good elemental resistances. I feel like that's a keeper. Okay. So after an hour, where are we at? I have some scarabs. Let's take a look at our stack decks. Nothing too interesting there. Move the scarabs. 1 chaos orb. I probably spent more chaos orbs than... I know I did. I spent more chaos orbs than I made back. Just raw chaos. Got a bunch of maps, which is kind of nice, actually. Some splinters over here. And these scarabs are really all from June. More so than our maps. Currency-wise... Some alks, some regrets... Some of these greater eldritch embers, how much are those? Those are like 1 chaos each. How much is a sextant? It's like 3 chaos. These are like almost 2 chaos. Okay. I mean... Did we break even? We definitely more than broke even, but I don't think I'm making like... like, what's the value of this thing? I mean, I could PoE stack it. PoE stack. I feel like it's not much. Stash view. Tuesday. Load. Like, what's the value of this tab? Is it working? Okay. The total chaos value of this tab is... $164? That doesn't make sense. Minus maps. The maps apparently are worth 50 chaos, which let's just subtract that. The currency is worth 50 chaos. The scarabs are worth 27 chaos. The fragments are worth 14. What fragments? These? Oh, interesting. And then, what's the most? Okay, so these things, this is 12 chaos in Icarus. This thing is 5.5 chaos. So you do make back your currency, it's just that it's in bubblegum. And like, you have to sell this in order to actually get your chaos back. Okay, but it's good to know that... Let's just remember this. We made it somewhere close to 160. More like 110. 100 chaos an hour. Are we at like... A div is like 230 chaos. So are we at div an hour? No. Let's try and target a div an hour at some point in time. Maybe as we get, you know, higher tiered... We'll get into higher tiered maps and we get more points on our Atlas passive tree. We'll be able to do that. But for now, it's kind of interesting how much we made from this map. We'll keep tracking it over time. And then probably I'll try and liquidate some of these items so that we can get some funds towards, you know, getting better stats on our gear. But that's the end of this episode. I gotta go pick up my daughter from daycare. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.